Hello students, I am Anamika and welcome to this session for the revision video for class 8, that is crop production and management. In the previous video we have read about the manures, that means what is manures, what are the advantages of manures, how they are helpful for the crops, fertilizers, what are the advantages and disadvantages of fertilizers, and apart from this the differences between both. Now in this video we will read about the irrigation, that means what is irrigation, what are the importance of irrigation, that means why it is important, what are the different methods of irrigation. So let's start. First, what is irrigation? So the process of supplying water to the crop plants in the field at regular interval, regular that means the frequent interval of the time, so this process is called irrigation. Now the next question is that why is irrigation needed? So that means what are the importance? So let's see. Actually in our country agriculture is largely dependent on the rainfall, that is the ultimate source of water in our country. But because of irregular distribution of rainfall, that means in some area it get more rainfall, some get less rainfall, and it also not happens at the proper time, so there is need of the different methods of irrigation. So student, before starting the different methods, let's see the importance of water. So what are the different importance of water? First of all, that means right from the germination of seed, as we know that the germination of seed requires the proper condition. In one, that is the water, the presence of water. So that is, if the soil will be dry, seeds are not able to germinate. Next is dissolved nutrient absorbed by the plants. Nutrients are also dissolved in water and which is absorbed by the roots of the plants, which helps that means in the process of photosynthesis. Next is the needed for photosynthesis. Water, that is also one of the important raw materials for the photosynthesis. That means photosynthesis does not occurs in the absence of the water. It also regulates body temperature by the process of transpiration. So students, I think might be the word that is clear to all of you. The transpiration, that is loss of water in the form of water vapor, which mainly occurs through the small pores that is present on the leaves, and it gives the cooling effect to the plants. Our next topic is how is irrigation done. So let's see what are the different ways. Different types of irrigation methods are used, students, mainly that is depending on the different water resources. That means what are the resources that is available in particular area, either it is well, tube wells, canals, river lift system, tanks. You can see in this picture, that means ponds, wells, lakes, dams and rivers that is used. That means whatever the sources that is available in particular area. So now let's see, students, what are the different methods of irrigation, that means how is irrigation done. So mainly two methods are there, traditional methods and modern methods. In traditional methods, four types are there. First is moat or pulley system. Next is chain pump system. Third one is Dhekli system. And fourth is Rahat system. And in modern methods of irrigation is sprinkle system and drip system. So now one by one we will read about that. So first we will start from the moat or pulley. Actually students, in moat system, that means the pulley is fixed and through which, that means a bucket is tied, and either human labor or cattle is used for lifting the water from either well or river sources. That means whatever the sources that is available. Now this you can that see means clear from this diagram. That means you can see that how that bucket that is lifting the water from the water sources by using the human labor, and this is that means the field, and in this way that means field get water. Student, the next method of the traditional method, that is chain pump system. Actually in chain pump system, two wheels are connected through a chain. One is near the water sources and other is near the field, and that means one handle is there through which the wheel is rotated. So you can see in the picture, and in this way that means water that is lifting upward, and buckets are also connected through a chain. So that means in the picture you can see there are several buckets, and when that means water is lifting upward, then when the bucket that comes near the field, the water is poured in the field. So that is clear by this diagram. So in this way, that means this chain pump system that is used for irrigating the field. Actually in this method, the empty buckets, that means that goes down near the water surface, and that is filled by the water, and that is lifted by the well, and this way that means the channel is made that is filled by water, which helps in irrigation of the field. Our next method is Dhekli system. So let's see that what happens in Dhekli system. In Dhekli system, that means one log is taken which is connected through a fork shaped log, and one stone is tied to the one end of the log and the other end is tied to the bucket. This stone is act as a lever which helps in lifting the water from the water sources, either it is a well or the river. So in this way, that means by using their stones, the farmers that are helps in pulling the water from the water sources, and then it is filled by the channel of the water, which helps in irrigating the field. Now next method is Rahat system. Let's see that what happens in Rahat system. In Rahat system, actually two wheels are connected. One is that means vertically, which is connected to the water sources, and the other that is connected to the horizontally through, that means the animals that is used for moving the that wheel, and buckets are placed also in the vertical wheels, which helps, that means pulling the water. So in this way, that means that when animal moves, then this wheel rotate, which also helps in rotating the that wheel which is connected to the water sources. That means both wheels are interconnected to each other, and by moving animals, the wheel is rotating, helps in filling the bucket. Let's see that what are the disadvantages of traditional method, students. First is it is less efficient. Next, time consuming. That means when we use this method, it takes more time, and wastage of water may also occurs. It need that means human labor or either animal labor, that means for lifting the water from the water sources. So that's why the need of the modern irrigation method is necessary, which that means saves water. So we have to mainly read about the two methods of irrigation in detail. One is drip system and another one is sprinkle system. So let's start with first sprinkle system of irrigation. So it is clear by the name. It is the best economical method of irrigation in which water is supplied through rotating nozzles. That means just as a shower of rain. And what are the that means advantage of these methods? It saves water. Okay, it avoids the wastage of water. It is useful for uneven land and sandy soil. It is the most efficient methods. Human labor is not required. So these are the advantages of using the sprinkler system. And see this diagram. This is the perpendicular pipe which is connected to the main pipe, and that is connected to the water sources. So in this way, that means as a shower of the rain, the water is supplied to the crop plants. Our next method of irrigation is drip system of irrigation. So it is clear by the name. The modern method of irrigation in which water is supplied drop by drop near the directly, that means roots of the plant, through a small dripper. So that's why this is called drip system. So you can see in this diagram that this is the main pipe which is connected to the small pipes, and here that means at the root of the plants drippers are placed, which provides water to the plants. Our next topic is advantage of drip system. So it also saves human labor and time, like a sprinkle system. Wastage of water that is prevented. It is helpful for water scarce area, and mainly that means useful for the garden plants and flowering plants. So thank you, students. So whatever the topic that is taught in this video, that should be clear to all of you. So please go through the video, like the video. Okay, thank you, students.